this two-story house here to your right-hand side for filming. We call it our chicken ranch. And they're using it these days for a new NBC show called About a Boy starring Minnie Driver, but it's been seen in countless other productions as well. Quick show of hands here. How many Desperate Housewives fans do I have with me today? Raise those hands high. Welcome to Wisteria Lane, where the Housewives spent 8 successful seasons on ABC. And I'm going to give you a quick tour here around the neighborhood. We're going to start on the left-hand side of the tram here with this big beige house. That is where Gabrielle Solis lives, played by Eva Longoria. And the Lilac House next door is where Bob and Lee live for the later seasons of the show. Also on the left-hand side, the yellow and stone house. That is where Susan Delfino lives, played by Terry Hatcher. Switching these up over to the right-hand side, the blue and brick house. That is where Bree Vandekamp lives, played by Marcia Cross. And back here now on the left-hand side, that last house there is where Lynette Scavo lives, played by Academy Award nominee and Emmy Award winner Felicity Huffman. Now, up until season 1 of the show, the house had actually ended right here after Lynette's house. It wasn't until between seasons 1 and 2 that they added a park on your left-hand side, as well as these 2 additional houses here at the end of the cul-de-sac. And I bet this house here at the very end of the cul-de-sac looks familiar because that is where Edie Brent lives, played by Nicolette Sheridan for many of the seasons of Desperate Housewives. And we call her house a practical set because that means they can actually film completely inside of it. Not just outside, also inside. And as a matter of fact, all of the houses here on this lane can at least be partially filmed inside of. Many actually do come complete with their own kitchens or living rooms or staircases. And that really gives the filmmaker a greater flexibility when it comes to either shooting a TV show or a movie right here on the lane. Now, before the Housewives moved in, they called it Colonial Street. And here on Colonial Street, we shot many classic television shows and classic movies. Classic shows like The Munsters. Look to your right-hand side. That Lilac House is also the original 1313 Mockingbird Lane. And the big beige house right next door is where they also filmed the 1950 classic movie Harvey, starring Jimmy Stewart and the Academy Award winner for Best Supporting Actress that year, Josephine Hall. So now that we see this house look like in reality, to look up at your screens, I will show you how they appeared for 8 seasons of Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Oftentimes, a script will come to Universal Studios that calls for sets that are a bit more fanciful than just a quiet suburban neighborhood. And a great example of one of these more fanciful sets are the ones that director Ron Howard used in Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Challenging because the logistics were challenging. We had 11 stages occupied at one time on the Universal lot. One of them was just for putting Who's into their makeup every day. And so I felt like it was one of those extravaganzas from the 30s or 40s. Sets that were inspired by Dr. Seuss, brought to life, made functional enough that, we could shoot on them, actors could climb on them, people could do flips off them. It makes me so proud that it's become this kind of evergreen. And that every Christmas it rolls around and it means something to a lot of kids.
Now the Who's need to be extra careful here on the background because they chose to live right next door to the one and the only, the terrifying Norman Bates from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Take a look here, everybody. There's good old Norman Bates right there. Now, Norman, he's actually made some progress with this. He's actually moved back to Bates Motel and even reopened it for business, and I think he's got a customer in there today. Let's have a look. He does. Oh, and look at this. He's so nice at helping her all the way to her car. Isn't he? Wait, not the trunk. Norman, the front seat. Everyone just smile and wave. Say hi, Norman. Hi, Norman. It's okay. That's a nice. Okay. Yep. Stu's got the right idea. Let's get on out of here. Everyone say bye, Norman. Bye, Norman. All right. Wow. He is not slowing down. He is making his way right for the tram, the car floor. There's nothing I can do for you. These are two of those famous sets still standing in Hollywood. The baseball shot up here on the hill, the classic Psycho House. And now, one of the most impressive sets ever created for a motion picture. This is the epic crash set from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
Is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steven had.
When we put together to sit down to talk about the world of the world, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing great. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Close your eyes, okay? Down close. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now, at the time of its release back in 2005, War of the Worlds featured the most special effects shots for any one movie. And we're not going to come upon an era back that relies heavily on the use of these special effects for production. We're going to round to this here corner, and we will be entering our Falls Lake. And our Falls Lake features here in front of us this giant blue wall. Now that blue wall is actually the largest freestanding backdrop here on the Universal lot. And as you can see on your screens, they can use this blue wall for any kind of landscape or horizon they need for a given production. So I'm going to play you another clip now, showing you some actual scenes from movies that have used the blue wall for filming. And let's see if you guys can spot the blue wall in these scenes with your now trained eyes. Mind blown, right? You guys never would have guessed. Well, I hope this entire tour has been equally mind-blowing, but I'm sad to say, guys, we have now reached the end. I hope you all had a great time, because I know I did, and I know my co-host, Jimmy Fallon, did. In fact, Jimmy, he wants to say goodbye to you guys as well.
Well, I can't believe it. We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about
Sam
and
Sue?
weren't they the best?
Aw, thanks.
Hey, before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old. It's called Tram Passing. We had a real good time together. Now the ride is done. We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun. This tram has made its final stop. But don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you. Have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Come on! Have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Just watch your step as you exit the Okay, have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram. Everything will be alright. Yeah, thank you for coming to the Universal Tour, everybody. Get home safe. Tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night.
To all the annual pass members on board today, thank you so much for joining us again. If you are not annual pass members, take a trip to the Universal Training Company. It's located in the front of the park, and they can instruct you on how to upgrade today's ticket to an annual pass, and you can enjoy the park and the world-famous Universal Studio Tour all year long. Now, I will be off to the side of the tram once we have deboarded. If you guys have any questions at all or just want a high five, I'm certainly coming up to me. I will try to answer any and all the questions that you guys do have. But we are now coming back to the park here, guys, so enjoy the rest of your stay here with us at Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA.